Scarface. We got... Where is the... Nope. There we go. Investigation, spot hidden, and then we're going to go into occult. Those are going to be our 3.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent. Poor kid. Poor kid. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Always gotta look around for clues and such.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Okay.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Okay, here we go.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Let's go with Silas. Okay.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Investigation mode.
What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
It's already too late for the Hawkins.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just to stop along the way. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Did it stop at the time of the fire? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Did someone escape the fire?
I think that's all of it. I don't see anything else I can interact with. Oh, wait a second.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Honestly, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization. By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Okay, oops. Alright. Yeah. Six CP needed for the next level. Medicine and occult can only be approved by objects discovered in the environment. Well, that sucks. Okay.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Why is the door locked? Oh, okay.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. This door is blocked from the outside.
Just going over all my, crossing my T's, dotting my I's. Definitely don't want to miss. Oh.
A crowbar could prove useful.
Do I want to go in there, or do I want to finish looking around?
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
I mean, it just makes sense.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Let's go see if I could use this crowbar on this door.
This door is blocked from the outside.
Oh, he did say that. Yep. Oops.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting. 20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
So if you're wondering why every now and then you see my mouse cursor come up from the bottom, this game does not like being played in windowed mode.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
So every time I interact with something, I have to move my cursor to the front, otherwise it clicks out of the window. Just in case you're wondering why you keep seeing it. And for whatever reason, mouse cursor still registers as being not in this window. So what's happening is if I go too low or too much to the left or right, I click out of the window even though the mouse cursor isn't there. So that's why you keep seeing it. But if I can't actually see the mouse cursor. So where is he? He's down there. So I have to hit the Windows key so I can see where the mouse cursor is, and then put it towards the top middle of the game window so I don't accidentally click out of it. Okay, so I do remember I have to fight.
What will her room reveal about her?
I have to end up. Whoops.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment. A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. Such an excessive dose. Either this man is a charlatan, or Sarah's condition is unlike anything I've ever seen. Perfect. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Damn, she went from selling the shit for garbage to selling for thousands of dollars. Shambler.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? Bradley? Is that you? The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Yeah, the Shambler.
What was going through that boy's mind? The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
I believe that door was shut. We here already? This room was closed off. Is this the boys' room? Okay. That's the only way to go.
Is anyone there?
Excuse me.
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
What door? That door.
Where did he go? They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from
Do
one
you
of his
really
foreign
think that your
trips.
fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Seems like this came from a log. as if the bookcase has been moved several times.
You know what that means?
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably the Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her.
Interesting.
It looks like an old seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. With this, I should be able to force the gears.
Well done, Pierce.